Hello everyone, welcome to RS Art and Media. Today we are going to see how to create animation in Photoshop. So let us start. So now I am going to just create some simple text. So I'm going to select Arial black font. And we can type something. We can give some color to this. So this is a simple text blinking animation that we are going to create, and after this one we are going to create a frame animation of a sequence of an images. So let us see how we can do. So the first thing is I'm going to create layers of this text, and in each layer we can see a change of colors for these letters. Okay, and then in the end we are going to convert all the layers to frames. So let us see how we can do that. So I'm going to select the text. I'm going to give it a green color. Then I'm going to take a duplicate of this text layer, Ctrl J, and then I'm going to highlight this letter S, and then apply green color to this. And then take one more duplicate and just apply green color to this letter A, and then highlight the letter S and apply red color to this, and then again take one more duplicate, highlight the letter R, and then apply green color to it and highlight the letter A and apply red color to this, and then in the end take one more layer, highlight the letter T, apply green color to this, and then highlight the letter R and apply red color to this. So now we have a 5 layers. So we are going to convert these 5 layers into 5 frames. So how we can do that? So we have to go to Windows and select timeline. So this is the timeline. So here first you see video timeline. So we will first see what is frame animation. So just click on this frame animation. So you can see the first frame here. This first frame represents the active layer. Okay, so the next thing what we can do is we want all the existing layers in the layers panel to be converted to frames. So how you can do that? So just select the timeline panel and go to the top right corner and just click on this button, and then here we have an option make frames from layers. Just select this option, and now you can see all these 5 layers are converted to 5 frames. If you can if you play this, see there is a play button over here. If you play this, see you can see a simple animation or a text blinking animation is created. And another thing is, see we can also see the seconds. So now the animation is playing at 0 seconds. So if you want to slow down the animation, so what you can do is you have to select the first frame and then hold shift and select the last frame, and then you can just click on this 0 seconds option, and then you will see the list of options here. From here you can select the timings. Let us select 0.2. Now the animation will play a little bit slowly. See? Okay. Now we got a simple animation. So what we can do right now is we can see the output of this. Okay, so now right now we are seeing the animation in Photoshop, inside Photoshop. So if you want to give output to this, so how you can do that? So the best way is, see, you can simply go to file and select save as, or you can also use export and save for web. These are the two options you can choose. So but one thing is, if you are working in older versions of Photoshop, so it is better to use this export option. Okay, so I will not use save as, I will use export and I will select save for web. So there is a shortcut for this, Alt Shift Control and S. So the moment you do this, see, you can see this a window opens, and you can see, and the most important thing, most important setting that you have to change in this window is, see, here we have image size. So right now the width is width and height are very high, so we don't want this much big width to our file. So what we can do is we can put some 1000. So 1000 is better, 1000 width and 1000 and 700 height, and this is the first thing that you have to change. And the next important thing is, see, here always the looping options should be forever. So if you keep once, the animation will play only for once and then stop, but we want the animation to play forever, so always keep the option forever. And then over here, see, the most important thing you have to remember is the format. So in which format you are going to output the file. So here you have a list of options, GIF, JPG, PNG. Okay, but see, the best option for this animation is GIF. See, you don't see animation in JPG or PNG, so always use GIF for seeing the animation. Okay, so you have to select GIF. And also the another important thing is, see, colors. So colors should be maximum. So if you reduce the colors, so it will be too noisy, so it will not be the quality of the output will not be good. So always keep the colors as 256. Now we are done with the settings. So all we have to do is save. Just click on this save, and then we are going to save on wherever whatever location you want, you can save. And we are going to save on desktop, and you can give whatever name you want to give. You can say text animation. And then here see, the most important thing is you can select either images only or HTML and images. If you want to output for websites, or if you want to give the file for web designer, you can choose this HTML and images or HTML only. But if you just want to send it as some kind of GIF file, okay, if you want to use it as a GIF, simple GIF animation, you can select images only. And with these settings and with these options, we can simply say save. Now our animation is saved. Now let us check the output. So here is our GIF file. See, this is a simple text animation uh, GIF file we have created. So this is how we create frame animation in Photoshop. But let's do something more interesting. So we are now going to do a frame animation using a sequence of images. So in this image we have a sequence of bird drawings with different flying poses. So what we are going to do is we are going to cut each bird and put it in its own layer. We will create a separate layer for each drawing here, each drawing pose. So first I am going to unlock the background, take the marquee tool, select the first bird, and then cut the bird, Ctrl X, and then paste it, Ctrl V. So we have pasted this bird in the middle. So just hide this, and then again come back to the bottom layer, select the second drawing, and then cut it and paste it in the middle, and then just follow the same steps. Cut this one, paste it in the middle, cut this one, paste it in the middle, cut, paste, cut and paste. So just we have two more images. Cut it and paste it. The last one, cut and paste. Okay, so we can delete the bottom layer. So this is a background layer, we don't need this. So now we got all the images of birds, and each image is having its own layer now. So we have to do a little adjustment. So we have to just transform these images properly, and we will also crop this. So I'm going to crop this image, and then I will just do some simple adjustment. So you can simply make sure that these images are all properly fit inside the document. Just this one small change we have to do. So it's very simple actually. So if you think you are bored watching this scaling, so you can skip to the next part. So now we are done. So see, all the layers are properly adjusted and the images are properly fit inside the document. Now the next important step is, so we are going to open the timeline, Windows and timeline, and then select the frame animation, create frame animation, and just like the text animation, we can see only the active frame or the first frame. So what we can do is, now we have to just simply convert all these layers to frames. So simply click on the top right corner button and then click on this make frames from layers. So now you can see we have 8 frames, and if you play this, see, you can see a bird flying. Okay, and if you want to slow down this, just select the first frame, hold shift and select the last frame, and then you can put some a small value here, 0.2 seconds, and then play again. So now the bird is flying slowly. You can make it even slow. And one more thing, see, here we have only 8 frames, and if you want to extend the number of frames, if you want more frames here, just you have to click on this option, that is duplicate selected frames. So you have to select all these frames by holding shift, and then just click on this duplicate selected frames. See, now we have doubled the number of frames. Initially there were 8 frames, now we have 16 frames. And if you want to double them even further, see, just click on this duplicate selected frames button, so it will duplicate. See, so now we have more than 100 frames, right? So now see, we can export this image sequence as a GIF file, just like how we did with the text animation, or we can also export it as a video. So first we are going to export it as a GIF file. So file, export, save for web. And if you want to reduce the number of if you want to reduce the width, you can just simply put 1000 here. So it will take a little bit time. See, it is taking some loading time here, right? The next thing is, see, like before, we have to select the GIF and we have to select the looping options as forever and just save it, and we will just put bird animation. Okay, and we will select images only and we will save it on desktop. So okay, now the animation is complete. So just let us check the animation. See, we have an animation of a bird flying. You can use this GIF as some advertisement, or as a WhatsApp forward. Okay, so in whichever way you like, you can use. Okay, now what we are going to do is, see, now we are going to export this same animation as a video. So till now we have exported as a GIF file. Okay, so now we will export it as a video. So how we can export it as a video? So where is that option? So we can go to file, export, and then here we have an option, render video. So simply select that render video. So the moment you select the render video, so this dialog or this window opens, and then you can see the name of the file. So you can give it a name, bird animation, or whatever name you want you can give. But remember, see, the extension should be MP4. Don't change the extension. It should always be .mp4. Okay, and the next thing is select folder. This is the location where you want to save the file. We are going to save it on our desktop. Okay, and then see, you can try to experiment with these options. You can change them. So the most important thing is, see, here we have a list of quality settings. So you can select either NDSC or PAL. Usually in Europe we use NDSC, or in Asia we use PAL. So and also we have other settings We have also YouTube setting here. See, if you want YouTube high definition, you can select this quality option. So but we'll stick to the high quality here. And then see, don't change this format. If you want to render for the QuickTime, you can select the QuickTime option, but we will stick to this H.264. And the frame rate, let's keep it to 30 only. So if you want, you can change it. So it is almost equal to the NTSC frame rate, so which is a very common frame rate in the industry. And you can also experiment with the document size, the width and the height. So but we'll keep it to the default settings, and then we will just simply click on this render button, and it's going to export our video. So now we have a video. See, this is a video. The only difference between the GIF and the video is, see, video will output the exact number of frames. See, we have actually created 120 frames. So the video will show only the 120 frames of whatever you have exported. But GIF will loop the animation continuously. That is the difference. So just check the video. So you can see. So you can see the video will. You can see the timings here over here. The time remaining. So we have created a 120 frame video. So that's it. So we have a 24 frame video here, 24 seconds, sorry. So this is how we create a frame animations in Photoshop. So now we are going to see how we can create animation using a video timeline option. Now let us create animation using a video timeline. So just you have to select the create video timeline option from this list, and then just click on this button, and now you can see different layers here. See all the layers you can see over here. So how we can animate using a timeline, video timeline. Okay, so let us see. The first and foremost important thing is what exactly are there in this video timeline. We will see what are the options available here. So if you just check here, see here we can see the transform option, opacity, style, text warp. It means that you can animate all these three options, all these four options: transform, opacity, style and text warp. And to the left you can see the stopwatch. The stopwatch is going to create keys for your animation. And just you can just click on this play, and the animation will play. And then see, you can also decide how much means what is the time limit of your animation. Okay, what is the time limit, just by moving the work area. So this slider with this button or slider you can say, so we can actually decide how many frames or how many seconds we want the animation to be. Okay, and then see, the next thing is, see, you can actually increase or decrease the slider, and then check the animation in frames or in seconds. See, Now you can see in frames, and now I can see in seconds. So let's keep it at the middle. Okay, now the next step is, okay, see, so we are going to animate these words, and then we are also going to animate this image. But the most important thing to remember here is, see, if you check the layers, if you check each layer, see here we have the option transform, opacity, style and text warp. And if you check the image layer, see, so this is the layer 1 is the image layer. So here you can see only the position, see, unlike the text where you can see the transform. So the thing what we have to do is, so we need a transform option for image also. So for that we have to convert the image first to a smart object. So what you have to do is select the image layer and then simply right click on it and select convert to smart object. So now the moment you convert it to smart object, see, you can see the transform option like you have for the text layers, see, and you can also see for the image layer, see, transform. Now we are all set. Now we can start doing animation. But one more thing, see, if you convert both the text layers also to a smart object, so it will be more helpful to you, because you won't have any problems, because you might see a change in the text styles. So for safety reasons, let us also convert the text layers to smart object. So simply right click on the text layer, convert to smart object, and also select this text layer and convert to smart object. So now we have all smart objects, and now we are all set to do the animation. So how we are going to do the animation? See, first thing is, I am going to keep all these letters, all these words outside our document area. So something like this. And also I am going to select the image layer and keep it outside our document area. Okay, now it's a simply a blank white background. Okay, now the next thing is, so first I am going to start with the text. This is let your smile. And the thing we have to do is, first we have to click on the transform option. We have to click on the stopwatch of this transform. So now you can see a yellow key is created. So this is a playhead. So what we can do is, so if you want animation, so let us create a 1 second animation. Okay, so you will see a 1 second animation. So we'll move to 1 second, and then we will use transform tool, Control T, and then we are going to move it, and then we are just going to hit enter. See, now you can see a keyframe is created over here. So if you just play this, see, now we have a animation, and if you want it to play even slowly, you can just click on this keyframe and you can keep it over here, keep it at 2 seconds. Now it will play even slowly. Just click the play button. Okay, now we are going to do the same thing for the next one. So we are just going to open the list of options for the change the world, and then once again, see, this time I am going to create a keyframe for this change the world. from 2 seconds onwards. Just click on the stopwatch over here and then select the transform tool, and then we will create an animation. We will create an animation till 3rd second. Okay, till 3rd second. So just come here, move your playhead till the 3rd second, and then select the transform tool, and then just move it, keep it over here, and then hit enter. So now we have a simple animation. So just you play this. Okay, so we have a animation. Okay, the next thing is, see, we will now start animating the image. So we are going to select the image layer, and this time we are going to select both transform as well as opacity for the image layer. So now we will animate the image. So for image we are going to animate both transform as well as opacity. So just turn on the stopwatch for transform as well as for opacity, and see here, for image the opacity we are going to make it 0, and then the next thing is, we are going to come to 4 seconds. Just move the playhead to 4 seconds, and then the next thing we have to do is just select the image and then move it over here. So just you can move it over here and then hit enter, and then we will also animate the opacity. We can actually move it a little further. Okay, a little over here. Okay, so and then make the opacity 100% like this. Right, so if we check the animation from the first frame, so like this, you can do one thing. So if you don't want the image to show up till the 3rd second, so what you can do is you can actually move this the start of the layer. You can keep it over here, move this bar, the animation bar actually from here. So now the animation, so now you can't see any image. See, this complete area is blank now. And the next thing is, see, you can also create in between keys here. So say for opacity we are going to create. So let us say we want to reduce the opacity here. See, a key is created over here, and then let me reduce it even further, so it's very light, and then completely here we have 100% opacity. So this is a simple animation that we have created. Okay, and see, this is a work area, and if you want you can extend the work area. Just you can move it like this, and see, if you move the image, if you move the layer, and then see the work area also increases. So something like this. So the entire animation will play till the end of the work area, and if you want to reduce the work area, just move this slider. Right. So now we are done with the animation. So we will see the output. So we can do two things. We can either export it as a GIF, or we can export it as a video. So because it's a video timeline, let us export it as a video. File, export and render video. And we have just now seen the bird animation. So we always have to keep this MP4 extension, and then here we will say some we'll give some name to our file, smile, and then I'm going to save it on desktop, and then you can select the preset quality, high quality, but we will do something. We'll do for the YouTube. So let us select YouTube HD, and then the format H.264, keep it like what it is, and we have to select all frames. If you want only specific frames, you can mention here, but we want all frames here. And then the remaining options, we don't have to change anything, just simply click on the render. So this is exporting the video. Just we have to wait for some time, so it will export, and depending on the speed of your computer, it will either export it slowly or fast, but you have to be a little bit patient. So it's almost done. So that's it. Now we are going to check our video. And one change we will do. Actually, we can't see the text here. So what we can do is, see, we can extend our text also, the text bar also, and then we will render it again. Render video, and we'll say smile again. Okay, and then we'll just render it again. So this is the final animation. And you can also try the GIF. All you have to do is save for web, but I don't recommend GIF for this file because it's a lengthy animation. So for small and simple animations, you can go for GIF files, GIF export. But for this kind of animations, you always have to render them as videos. Okay, so this is how we do animation in Photoshop, using both frame animation option as well as the video timeline. So I hope you like my video. So please subscribe to my channel, also share and comment, and also click the bell icon for notifications. See you again.